At UConn, we serve a diverse range of students, employees, patients, and other stakeholders. It's important to consider the diverse needs of all learners when designing our educational programs and services. Doing so helps reduce potential barriers to learning and fosters an inclusive and accessible learning environment for all. For example, Charlotte is a proud UConn student with aspirations of becoming a child guidance counselor. She has experience working with children in a variety of settings, is amazing at building and nurturing relationships, and is commonly viewed as a leader among her peers. Charlotte is also deaf. After starting your class, she informed you she's concerned about missing audio content in your class that is not also provided in a visual format through the use of captioning. How can you ensure Charlotte is able to fully participate and access your course materials? What about Jessie, a high school junior who's interested in applying to UConn to study finance? While researching campus life and academics online, they came across some UConn websites that were not accessible to them as someone who's legally blind. Again, what steps can you take to ensure all students, including those with varying backgrounds and levels of ability, can have an equally accessible and successful learning experience? We will go over a few key strategies you can apply to do just that. But first, let's discuss why this topic is so important. UConn is committed to providing equal opportunities for all students and is required to do so under the Americans with Disabilities Act, Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act, and state law. In addition to these legal obligations, universal design for learning and creating accessible content allow learners to engage fully with their classes, peers, and faculty, and to obtain the most out of their UConn experience, ultimately ensuring that education is inclusive and available to everyone. While we all play an important role in promoting accessibility at UConn, this video will focus on the role of publishers and instructors. A publisher is anyone who develops communication materials. One way publishers can support access is by providing their content in multiple formats, including but not limited to PDFs, Word documents, videos, and ebooks. Such formats offer various accessibility features, such as the ability to magnify text, adjust line spacing, and wrap text when resizing windows. To ensure that all members of the UConn community have equal access to course materials, it is important for instructors to plan ahead and place their textbook orders through UConn's partnership with Barnes & Noble in a timely manner. This gives Barnes & Noble the necessary lead time to work with publishers to request alternate media, such as a PDF, Word document, or an ebook. Once the alternate media is received, the Center for Students with Disabilities can begin the process of additional adaptation of textbooks and associated materials if needed. Providing course content in multiple formats can also improve accessibility and ensure equal participation. Here are 9 strategies to implement when developing your course materials and/or communications. Number 1. Captions. Captioning and transcribing videos and audio files not only help make content accessible to those who are deaf or hard of hearing, but can benefit anyone, including those who need to read along with the audio, those who speak a different language, and even those whose study space is in a public setting, making the use of audio challenging. Use sans serif fonts, which do not have the small lines or serifs at the end of the letters, which gives them a clearer appearance. This makes them a smart choice for digital content, web design, and user interface design. Examples of sans serif fonts include Arial, Calibri, and Verdana. Include structure and headings in your written materials, and be sure to use a font size of at least 12 to improve accessibility and readability, and make the content easier to navigate. This is especially important for individuals who use screen readers. Screen readers allow users to navigate websites and documents based on headings and sections. Use tables with headers to organize information. This makes it easier to read and understand relationships between data. This in turn enhances accessibility for those using assistive technologies and allows for easier data manipulation and analysis. Number 5. Add alt text for images to improve web accessibility. Providing a description of images benefits individuals who are visually impaired and who use screen readers to access the content. It also ensures that the information on the page is understandable even when the images don't load. Mark images as decorative if they are non essential to understanding the content and don't convey additional information or evoke an emotion. Use descriptive hyperlinks, which are hyperlinks in a web page or document that clearly and accurately describe the destination or purpose of the link, improving accessibility and usability. Ensure adequate color contrast when preparing course materials. This ensures that text stands out against its background, making it more legible and easier to read. Also, don't use color as the only way to convey information. Number 8. Use optical character recognition, or OCR, when creating PDFs from scanned materials. This can be done using copiers under the UConn UPrint program. Doing so makes the document searchable and selectable, allowing individuals with visual impairments to more easily access the information through screen readers or other assistive technology. It also makes the information more readily accessible for search and indexing purposes. Number 9. Use the accessibility checkers available in Microsoft Office and Ally in Blackboard, or Husky CT, to help identify potential barriers to accessibility, such as missing alt text for images, improperly structured headings, poor color contrast, and other accessibility issues. Again, UConn is committed to providing all members of its community, including individuals with disabilities, equal access to its educational programs and services. Taking steps to proactively consider the needs and address potential barriers early in the course design process not only helps ensure compliance with disability laws and regulations, but leads to a more inclusive and accessible learning experience for all. To learn more about any of the strategies outlined in this clip, or for more information on this topic, visit accessibility.uconn.edu/IT accessibility or contact itaccessibility@uconn.edu or csdtech@uconn.edu.